Can a clever poet outsmart a powerful sorcerer? Find out in this amazing story of Tenali Rama and his battle of wits. Join us as we dive into the world of classic Indian folk tales and discover the secrets of Tenali Rama's magic potion. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll tell you the story of Tenali Rama and the magic potion. In the grand court of King Krishna Deva Raya, there was never a shortage of tales, tricks and trials. Ministers plotted policies, scholars debated philosophies, and in the middle of it all stood Tenali Rama, sharp as a sword and twice as swift. One scorching summer morning, a strange traveller arrived at the royal court. Dressed in glowing orange robes and adorned with beads and bangles, he introduced himself as Mahadev Baba, a sage from the Himalayas. "I bring you a gift, O mighty king," the Baba said, holding up a small brass vial. "This is no ordinary potion. It grants extraordinary intelligence to anyone who drinks just a drop. One drop and even a fool can solve the greatest of mysteries." The court gasped. Whispers erupted. Could it really be true? King Krishna Deva Raya raised an eyebrow. "Is this some kind of sorcery or science?" "Neither," the sage replied calmly. "It's ancient knowledge passed down to me through 7 generations of sages." Intrigued, the king turned to his ministers. "What do you all say?" The jealous and pompous minister, Timarasu, was the first to speak. "Your Majesty, this could make Vijayanagar unstoppable. Imagine our ministers, soldiers, even our farmers, all blessed with heightened intelligence." Tenali Rama, sitting quietly in the corner with a half-eaten mango in hand, narrowed his eyes and muttered, "Magic potion, Sounds fishy." The king turned to Rama. "What's your view, Tenali?" Rama smiled. "My view, Maharaj, is slightly skeptical. If it's so powerful, why hasn't the sage used it on himself?" The Baba chuckled. Oh, clever one. I've already taken it in my youth. That is why I can chant 108 mantras backward, solve the toughest riddles, and read minds." "Read minds?" Rama asked, amused. "Then you must know I'm thinking this is a clever scam." Gasp filled the hall again. The sage remained unfazed. "Your Majesty, allow me to demonstrate. Let one of your courtiers take a drop, and you shall see the result yourself." Now curious beyond restraint, the king agreed. "Timarasu, step forward." The minister eagerly accepted the challenge. Baba poured a tiny drop onto his tongue. Everyone waited in suspense. A moment later, Timarasu stood straighter. "I feel wiser. My mind is bursting with ideas. Ask me anything." The king smiled. "Very well. What is the square root of 784? Timarasu hesitated. He frowned, scratched his head and mumbled, 22? Rama burst out laughing. "Wrong! It's 28! Your potion doesn't seem to be working too well." The Baba scowled. "The effect takes time to settle. He will grow more intelligent with each passing hour." But Tenali wasn't convinced. He watched as the Baba spoke to the king about buying more of the potion for the court. "At enormous cost, of course." "My king," said the Baba smoothly, "just for 1,000 gold coins, I will give you enough potion to enlighten your entire army." The king turned to his council. Most nodded eagerly, desperate for the promised wisdom. Only Rama stood still. That night, Tenali Rama crept out of the palace and followed Mahadev Baba to his lodging. Hidden behind a neem tree, he watched as the sage poured something from a dusty bag into a set of new brass vials. Intrigued, Rama waited until the Baba left to fetch water. Slipping inside, Rama inspected the bag. It was full of crushed gooseberries, honey, and a common herbic tonic for calming nerves. Nothing magical at all. "Ah, just as I thought," Rama grinned. "Time for a little magic of my own." The next morning, Tenali Rama arrived in a court with a giant pot wrapped in cloth. "Maharaj," he declared, "I have made my own potion overnight. It doesn't only boost intelligence, but also makes the drinker speak only the truth." The king raised an eyebrow. "Is that so?" "Yes." Rama opened the pot and offered a cup to Timarasu. The minister slipped nervously. "Well, I don't feel any Suddenly he blurted, "Actually, I once took credit for a plan Tenali Rama made, and I sometimes nap during the court meetings." The court burst into laughter. Rama smiled. "The potion is working, my lord. Pure honesty." The king turned to Mahadev Baba. "Would you care to test your truth against Rama's?" Baba's eyes darted nervously. I have fasted since sunrise. I cannot drink anything today." Rama stepped forward, grinning. "Then allow me to read your mind, Baba. You are thinking of escaping town tonight and collecting your gold." Baba's face paled. Before he could reply, guards entered holding the empty bag and bottles from his lodging. "We found these herbs in his room, Your Majesty," Justice Tenali said. The king's eyes flared with anger. "You dare cheat my court?" The Baba dropped to his knees. "Mercy, Maharaj, I was only trying to make a living." "You will live behind palace bars for a long time," the king said coldly. As the guards dragged him away, Tenali Rama turned to the king with a playful smile. "Maharaj, if there truly was a potion to make people wise, wouldn't we all be out of a job?" The court roared with laughter, and even the king nodded in admiration. "Rama, once again, your wit has saved the kingdom from a fool's trap. But tell me, what was in your truth potion?" Rama winked. "Buttermilk and a dash of strong chili powder, enough to make anyone sweat and speak the truth." So the moral of the story is that true wisdom can't be bought or bottled. It comes from experience, observation, and the courage to question what seems too good to be true. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And for more stories like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. We'd also love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know what part of the story spoke to you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one with another twist, another tale, and another truth. Bye bye, see you very soon.